message for the ladies and gentlemen around the world and all the ships at sea.
We all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us.
So choose wisely. Subscribe to It's Erik Nagel wherever shows are found, on whatever platform you choose. And as always, leave us a positive review. Would you kindly?
Sirius Satellite Radio.
Yeah.
For some time, our go-to talk station, at least for me, was the O&A channel.
Yeah.
High voltage. And then it turned into the OP radio channel or whatever else it was. And I know that I always grinded Mike's gears because you guys had a feud and whatever it was. Right. I don't know what's straight. I just wasn't there. I remember listening to both shows. Right. I work on one. I can listen to the other.
Yeah.
And I didn't make any bones about it. And we have a friend, Erik, that worked at Sirius Satellite Radio.
Who is a very, very nice guy.
Actually had done a show on their station. Chad and I went up to do that. And when
Erik actually interviewed Mike for his series.
Yeah, he's got a solid series out there now.
And he came down and actually sat in studio here to interview Mike. Like
one of the nicest guys in the world.
Good guy.
Especially in this business, which is full of snakes.
Yep.
It's Erik Nagel. And it starts now.
What up, my Nagel? 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 Talking about George R.R. Martin, not writing. Talking Marvel versus DC, who's more exciting? Talking George Lucas's legacy, high-scoring centipede. Talking Gittles' new beef burrito recipe. Talking about Stephanie McMahon versus Sable. Talking about the Cybermen versus the Weeping Angels. Don't blink, the dialect's more deadly than you think. Talking summer ale, blueberry pale, craft beer, pouring drinks. What up, my Nagel? Deadpool 2 features Cable. Talking Funko Pop, celebrity signed a label. Talking online gaming, bitchin' and complaining. Talking E-Rock, kissing the feet of Matt Groening. Warner Brothers properties, Superman's a mockery. Weird Al concerts, Kevin Smith's debauchery. Rick and Morty fun zone. The Lego build team, can I have your attention? Possible Donkey Kong kill screen. What up, my Nagel? What up, my Nagel? What up, my Nagel? What up, my Nagel?
Ladies and gentlemen of the universe, the next voice you hear.
It's Erik Nagel.
Hello and welcome to another edition of It's Erik Nagel. That is me. Over in the upside down is my buddy Gittles.
Hello.
And over in the right side up is Trevor.
Hello, Miss Lady.
Phone lines are open. 651-SMITHERS. That's 651-764-8437. Follow us on Facebook. Like us on... it's like us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube. That's how it works. And then across the board on social media, it's Erik Nagel for all your other social media needs.
God, it's like it's your first day.
I know, and it's somebody's last.
Oh, no.
Weird how that works out. We'll get to that in just a moment.
Who's losing?
Probably me.
Oh.
The way this is going.
You have a meeting with HR.
Yes, I do. All right, see you later.
The Where's Erik Nagel program?
Trevor, one of your last responsibilities is to hire Rockapella.
Yeah.
I don't think they're doing anything.
Let me get on that. I'll put that right now.
Please do. Anyway, welcome to the program, everybody. We've got a lot to talk about, and as always, not enough time to get to everything. Do we want to start with the really big news? I think we should. Or if we should go to Gittles. Does Gittles have something more interesting?
What's the really big news?
All right.
I like really big news.
All right, we can do that. Well, it has come to our attention that somebody on this particular program is taking a new job elsewhere, for heading to greener pastures, if you will, to further their radio career.
I'm not like a dog going on a farm that's just going to be running around with friends. I'm not dead yet.
Oh, so it's you. I had no idea. All right, Gittles, it's Trevor. Trevor, he's got some news.
Oh, Trevor has news?
Trevor has news, apparently.
Quick, play the news sounder.
Breaking news.
Trevor's plane has gone down in the Sea of Japan. There are no survivors.
This just ended like MASH.
I've only seen one thing with MASH ever, and it was something about ribs. Wasn't there an episode about ribs? He really wanted ribs.
It was on for 11 seasons. There probably was.
Yeah, I'm sure there was.
Anyway, Trevor, we open this up to you. What's going on?
I will no longer be doing New York City morning radio with the legendary Scott Shannon. I've been the assistant producer there for the last 5 years, and an opportunity has come up for me to become an executive producer at the
Todd and Jade show.
No, I was going to say legendary station, so that wouldn't work either.
Yeah.
But now I forgot the tagline for the station. See, that's how new I am. But I'm moving over to AM Talk Radio to be the executive producer of their new nighttime evening
It's called The
show.
Voice of New York.
I was going to get to that.
You just said you forgot it. I was filling in the gap.
Thank
Is
you.
it called The Voice of New York?
710 The Voice.
That's it. See,
Is
Giddles
Trevor
knows
the
everything.
voice? Trevor's the voice of New York? I did not know that.
I will now be the voice of New York.
That's awesome.
So, starting on Monday, it was just officially announced today. So, you guys also are the first ones to know where I'm going.
Where was it
I'm-
announced?
On the radio. We announced it today on CBS FM in the morning, officially, and where I was going.
What kind of reception was it met with?
AM.
I got one little flick to the nuts. No,
That would be great if Trevor's making his announcement on the FM morning show and they tweak the mic to make it sound like an AM station.
Yeah, like, hold on a second.
Hold on, we got Trevor here calling from 1950.
Yeah, he's in the weather copter.
He's just beating his chest.
Yeah. Southbound to Conic. We have an accident eastbound. No, so yeah, that's happening pretty quickly as starting this upcoming Monday.
Folly?
I am so tired because I have been doing both jobs. Not only have I been wrapping up where I currently am in the mornings, I then have been leaving and going to the other job to learn how to do it. Yesterday, as I was talking to Giddles, I was up for 16 hours straight just working. Forget driving and like being awake, just like 16 hours of straight work.
Right.
So I'm a little delirious right now, but I'm very excited to take on my new role of executive producer and trying to teach radio to people.
Well, let's break this down a little bit. So we didn't really get an answer to the question, how was it received when you made the announcement?
It was pretty good. The company was actually Entercom's been great to me. Scott Shannon's been great to me. He taught me a lot. When I told him why I was leaving, he totally understood. The higher ups were shocked, and I was like, "Well, that's what happens."
Because somebody in radio found another job.
Yeah, so I said, "Well, this is what happens when you don't pay fair wages." So,
Ouch, with the burn.
but that's okay. It's fine. No, Entercom's treated me well. It was more the CBS people. So, they're not happy about it, but they understood, and it's kind of been bittersweet, because you get to that point where sometimes you're lucky enough to leave a job, like, and you kind of have the power, like, I'm leaving for this reason. Well, we want you to stay. I'm like, all right, well,
pay me.
You can't just say that. Why do you want me to stay? Oh, because you do. Okay, well, then we need to negotiate.
Because we're just used to having you here. So
Yeah.
Basically,
You need to
we don't
just
have
stay.
to go through the work of making another Trevor. Like we just.
I don't want to walk down the hall and then there's another guy I don't know have to say hey to.
Yeah, exactly.
And they hire a new person named Travis, and everyone's confused.
Just awkward.
Yeah.
It's just Trevor with, Eminem bleach blonde hair.
Ugh.
It's like, hi, Travis. Wink.
It's like
And he's like super high energy.
the best part would be though.
He's personable. He's a hit in the office. Everybody wants to be his friend.
Actually, the best part would be if like really it was like the anti-me, like completely skinny, short, not funny. It's just like they got the opposite.
Wait, you're funny?
From time to time, I find that I give a good chuckle.
Oh, chuckle. Yes.
Yeah, I'm good for a chuckle.
Chuckle.
So yeah, but the folks at iHeart have been welcoming me with open arms, and I'm very excited. Our friend Dave Brody has been helping me out as well, showing me around all the cool things there.
Right.
And hopefully, I will find a place where I can take the sign off the wall and put up an "It's Erik Nagel" sign, so we have our own studio.
That would be
There
great.
we go. It's gonna happen.
That would be awesome. Because if we can, if you can get us a permanent studio there instead of having to hope that the schedule has something open in one of those, auxiliary studios, then we could just go meet downtown in Manhattan to do the show every week. Then
Live from New York.
No, we could steal the sweeper from the top of the Empire State Building.
No, let's go even more old
Broadcasting from the basement. It's
from the top of the Gorilla Building.
From the studio adjacent to Elvis Duran's studio.
So it's just a closet.
Yeah. You're hearing water drip, electrical sparks.
Hey, what are you guys doing in my office?
That sounds cool, man. Congrats.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting because the new show's with two people who are from not radio backgrounds. One person has written 18 books. She's a lawyer, been an analyst on TV. The other guy's been on Fox News for like 15 years, writes for The Hill. And so they're going to come together and try radio.
What's his name?
For the first time. Joe Concha and Lee Sweal.
I don't know her. Maybe if I saw his face, I'd recognize him. Was he just like a regular? Was he a writer for Fox, or was he a pundit, or what?
He was a writer, but he's also like because he writes for The Hill. He's like always on like Tucker or
Gotcha.
Sometimes he'll be on Hannity just as an analyst.
Oof.
So.
Well, they make good money over there.
He plays the right side. She plays the left, and we'll see how it comes together and if we can make radio magic.
Well, it sounds like the original Odd Couple.
Yeah, but like I kind of want to do it differently. I'm like little Dicky. I want to do this whole game different.
How are you going to do it? How are you going to make this different?
He's going to do a really shitty rap song for a condom ad, and then his career is going to tank.
No, let's talk about AM radio for a second and who listens to it. It obviously skews a little bit older,
right?
And you know, and just with the generation, with millennials who listen to Spotify, podcasts like us, and all that stuff. So I just kind of want to try to make it a little bit more interesting. I don't want to do the standard, hey, this is the right side, this is the left side, and hey, let's take some calls. I want to have an actual conversation about the news.
Right. Well, are they trying to target younger people on this?
They're just trying to target a whole new audience. Like they kind of want to do. They don't want to just do news. They want to do like entertainment news and have some guests on that are just not. So I guess that would tell me generally that they're trying to go younger. But I know
going different is fine. Going younger might be a problem, but
yeah, it's AM radio, and it's obviously it's going to be things that I'm going to try that are going to fail 9 times out of 10. But I'm also looking for that thing that's going to take on. People who talk about the news now on Facebook are too angry. Like when Gittles posts something, he's way too angry on Facebook.
God damn it, we are not.
And people otherwise that are talking about it on the radio are just saying, this is the left side, this is the right side, this is the left side, this is the right side. There's an argument, and then you get some old angry caller.
You know what you should do?
I want to have a very well thought out conversation about the news.
Good luck with that. But you know what you should try? You should have you should have a liberal and a conservative in the studio, and you split the channel so that the liberal is on the left side coming through your speaker and the conservative is on the right. So when they're arguing, it's going back and forth like the old 70s stereophonic, things that used to do with the record.
It explodes like in that video.
Isn't that what like Family Guy did? Or like, let's go to the panel and they're all just yelling at each other, and then they're like, okay, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's nothing like what I was saying. I was saying
because they're just yelling at the same.
Well,
time.
yeah, they're yelling, but this way. Right. But you ever deal with true stereo when like they used to call it
like a Beatles record,
quadraphonic sound, I think it was called.
Quadrophenia?
Yes, that too. Where
is that the Who?
Sure. So you would have where you would have stuff on the left and then stuff on the right, but it wasn't mixed together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do that with radio. Because that'll annoy so many people. But if you don't want to hear the liberal side of the conversation, you tilt your speakers to the right and you get the conservative side, or vice versa.
Just tilt your speakers in your car. Folks.
You know how they split radio into HD?
Like, how do I tilt the speakers in my car? People are gonna be like, I don't know how this works.
There's little dials for front and back and left and right.
Yeah, I know, but no one knows where those are anymore. Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm telling the audience. There's little dials in their car. I know you're Bluetoothing this from your phone to your car right now if you're listening, but if you look at the dashboard for your radio, there are little dials or maybe digital features on the screen that you can tilt the sound of your speakers from front to back and left to right. So depending on which side of the conversation you want to hear, you can tune out the other side. It's like when they split radio signals into HD. So if you had an HD radio, your frequency would change to different channels all on the same.
Do you remember that episode of The State where they ended it and they were like, we're trying to, hit our highbrow audience and our lowbrow audience at once. And they had a split screen with Ken Marino or Tom Lennon in like a suit, like reading the news, and Ken Marino on the other side wearing like overalls and just sitting on pies. Oh man, dude, it's so ridiculous. But they're both going at the same time and you can't focus on one of them.
We've realized that, different people like or dislike the show for different reasons. So tonight, we thought it'd be a great idea if we were all things to all people. Enjoy.
So, Winston Churchill, when he was the Prime Minister, was at a dinner party, and he was seated next to a very attractive young lady. And Churchill turns to her and he says, "Madam, would you have intercourse with me for £100,000? And the young lady says, "Why, yes, Mr. Churchill." "Would you have intercourse with me for £10?" And the young lady says, "Why, Mr. Churchill, what do you think I am?" And Churchill says, "We've already determined that. Now we're just trying to decide on a price."
Oh my god, dude, it's so funny. Sorry if I ruined that for everybody or derailed the conversation. But
dude, it's only been 30 years. I haven't watched it yet.
I meant I hope I didn't derail the conversation.
Oh.
Because I'm busy using this cigar cutter right here to decapitate gummy bears.
Which I've watched.
Which is what you should use it for.
For the last 20 minutes, and it's been entertaining the whole entire time.
So you officially leave your current job as we're recording this. So Friday, that would be March 1st.
I'm drinking a beer as you're listening to this.
Good. They really needed to know that. So Friday, March 1st is your last day at Entercom, and then you are full-time over at the good folks at iHeartRadio.
Yes.
Welcome aboard, Trevor.
Thank you, sir. I'm quite excited. I want to see how quickly I can succeed.
So what are your hours now? Like, you don't have to go in early in the morning if you're not on till night, right?
I don't have to wake up at 2 a.m. anymore and go to work. I get to go to work at 2 p.m.
I'll tell you this, as great as doing morning radio is, when you don't have to do it anymore, I mean, it's kind of sucks because you want that position, but when you don't have to do it anymore and you let your body readjust to a regular schedule, you feel like $1 million damn bucks. To quote the great Ron Bennington.
Healthier.
The what?
Yeah, I can't wait to feel healthier.
Well, that's not guaranteed, but at least you won't be as tired.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's unhealthy to be as tired as people get in morning radio.
Oh yeah,
because
it's a horrible lifestyle.
Yeah, like with me, I have to do more mainstream pop culture stuff than you guys had to do on O&A. So like I had to stay up and watch the whole entire Oscars the other night, and it didn't get done until 11:30, and then I had to wake up at 2 a.m.
Dude, we had to do that too.
You stayed up and watched the Oscars.
Yeah, like because I did, and then in the morning, like not saying I'm doing it. Travis or Sam would pull audio and clips and stuff from some. If they like Sam and I usually watched everything. But
what I'm saying is like Opie didn't do it and Anthony didn't do it. And like they don't do it over there either. So
well,
like,
Ant didn't go to bed till like 4 hours before the show was supposed to start. And then Norton would stay up because he was doing spots and stuff all night, and he'd go to bed after the show was done. But for the most part, yeah, we had to watch all of those things. I wasn't a sports guy, so I didn't watch any of that stuff. But for the Grammys, the Oscars, any kind of presidential speech or something like that going on, there was a special event. Yeah, I had to stay up and watch that.
No, but I'm saying like besides my hosts don't, so like I always have to inform them. So like they got more sleep than me because like by 8 o'clock I'd be watching. I know they were in bed.
Unfortunately, a lot of talent should be doing that. Like watch at least some of it and then catch up in the morning. But unfortunately, that's the job of a good producer. That you have to watch everything that talent doesn't. I agree with that, but I'm going to be healthier now because now I get to sleep. Because since I'm doing news, we're not going to report on all that mainstream. Like, I'm not going to give a shit about Cardi B and her vagina. Well, you shouldn't have given a shit about that at Scott's show either. But if that's what Scott's doing nowadays, I really need to listen more.
Well, did you see that video about her vagina?
No.
No.
It's weird. She's talking about how her vagina was hot.
All right.
So she needed to let it breathe, so she took her pants off.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, that was a TMZ thing, right?
Well, they took it from her Instagram.
Yeah. So anyway, you're doing this new show now. That's great. Is 4 nights, 5 nights a week? What's the schedule?
It's 5 nights a week. So the only I used to have Friday nights. I'd be done with the show at 11, sleep all day, and have Friday nights to be out. Now I have to work till 9 o'clock on Friday night, which still isn't that bad, but I get my Sundays back because I used to go to bed early on Sundays. So Monday through Friday, on the air from 6 to 9 at 710 WOR, or tune in on the TuneIn app.
It's weird
iHeartRadio
that you think, oh, you get some of your nights back, and you really don't, because you're going from one end to the other. When you're doing morning radio, you don't have nights to go out and do stuff unless it's a station event or a company thing that you have to go do. Because by 8 o'clock, your head's a pumpkin, and you need to, even if you're just laying on the couch, you need that more than going out to do morning radio. Switching the shift now to early evening is taking away your evening as well, so then you don't have nights anymore, and you're gonna have to get used to the fact of not going out and drinking yourself silly
on Fridays.
Really, right after work, you're gonna go?
Oh, I don't drink myself silly all the time.
Just on the weekends.
Why not?
I'm poor.
Yeah. It's
Well, not anymore. According to, I know what your deal is. You should be doing okay.
That's right. I'm stepping up from the light beer to. I saw yesterday Giddle splurge on a Coors Heavy. He didn't even have a Coors Light.
Ooh,
dude, because Coors Light tastes like shit. Like if you're gonna drink Coors, you got to drink Banquet Coors because it's good. And a 25-ounce can, that's right, 25, not 4, like, everyone else drinks. 25-ounce can's only $1.75, so.
Yeah, but one can of beer is not going to...
But let me just...
2 beers in one can.
Let me paint a scenario for you.
Paint it.
All right? So Trevor starts...
Come on, Bob.
Trevor starts the new job. That first paycheck comes along. Trevor goes down to his favorite bar of choice. He taps on the bar... The barkeep comes over. What'll I get you, pal? And he says, none of those well drinks for me anymore. I want just the shelf below top shelf is what I can afford now. Not the Johnny Walker Blue, but I'll take the green label. Thank you.
And then he hands him like a 10 and he bites it. He's like, right away, sir.
Leave the bottle,
coming right
sir.
up.
I start flipping gold coins.
You need a monocle, too.
And you must be the Monopoly guy.
You got to be Trevor McDuck.
That'd be cool.
So congrats, Trevor. This is big news for you. You've been working really hard for the last 5 years, and unfortunately, it fell on deaf ears when you were working for CBS. And now with Entercom running things, they treated you a little better, but they just couldn't really match the deal that iHeart was giving you. And these things happen. You can't stay at the same job or same show forever. So you're moving on to better things, and I think your deal's what? You got like a 2-year deal or something?
I negotiated some stuff. I got
the what?
I got plenty of time.
Okay, you're good. So you're good for a while. So you got some job security, which is great, and they're taking care of you. So you're going to be living a whole new life. And then, go ahead.
A whole new world.
I wish I didn't pause for that. So now how this applies to here is because of Trevor's new schedule and new responsibilities, we have to figure out a way where
I'm probably gonna need a week or two to see how my life changes and if
of course
I can still make this work.
Exactly. So we don't know if Trevor is going to be able to stay with us, which is not a problem. Nobody here is upset by that. But the reality is that Trevor may have to leave the program and then, be a frequent guest, just like Matt OG.
I hope you're a little upset.
I'm very upset.
I'm actually looking to clear out the space, make it a workout room or something.
There's a weight limit on the show, and now there's more room.
Yes. Anyway.
Well, thank you for making me feel missed already.
You really just know how to derail a conversation with
that's
awkward pauses and interruptions. There was a flow going, and you've stopped it at every turn.
Flow going.
I usually like to stop the flow.
Here we go. Can you feel me flow, yo?
I was going with a period joke.
I was going for Naughty by Nature.
No.
Giddles like, no to both. No to both!
No to both.
Double finger points at both of us.
Naughty by nature. I hate you. Not in other words.
Because I'm naughty by nature, not because I hate you. Meanwhile, back on the It's Eric Nagel program, other things are happening besides Trevor. It's not only just about him.
Yeah, it is. This week it is.
Yeah, kind of screw you
It's
guys.
Trevor's week.
Other things are going on in the world.
Oh, face geek! You guys shouldn't have.
You know what I got you? I got you this soap that's shaped like a vagina.
Oh my god, that is oddly detailed.
It looks like a pig's ear.
What kind of vaginas are you looking at?
I have a dog. It looks like a rawhide, like a pig's ear.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's thebomb.com for all your vagina soap
Yeah,
needs.
I was cleaning up my room and I was moving some boxes and I forgot I was at this weird sex toy convention like a year ago and they were giving these out samples. So it's a vagina soap.
You gonna use it?
What? To wash my hands? No, I'm gonna keep this in its package.
See,
it's a gift.
If you had a house with a guest bathroom and you have people that come and visit every now and then,
Just
I
leave
would
vagina
leave that
soap everywhere?
right on the guest sink.
Yeah. Be like, that's the soap.
It's like
use it. It's not
somebody-
the decorative soaps. It's like that's the soap you use.
That's the soap you use, and then the person in the bathroom has to come to the very difficult choice of: do I just leave without washing my hands, or do I use the vagina soap?
Exactly. Do I use the
And
vagina?
either
or do I
way,
just-
you just kind of sit there near the door, or like in eyes view of the door. So when they walk out, you go, "Did you use the soap?"
Yeah, like,
or you get that.
Let me see your hands.
Yeah, you're close enough where you hear, "Oh fuck."
Yeah.
Or they walk away and you look in there and the vagina soap's missing.
Like, hey.
They wrapped it in tissues, put it in their pocket.
Or when they go in the bathroom, you check their Instagram 5 minutes later and see if it's on there that says, "What the fuck's in my friend's house?"
I think the worst case scenario in that situation is you walk in and there's just a hole through the center.
Well, I mean, they also make dick soaps. You could have a dick and a vagina soap.
Yeah, but a dick soap.
Like,
if I saw a vagina soap sitting in somebody's guest bathroom, yes, I would take a photo of it and I would post it on Instagram, but I would say, but where's the rest of the body?
that's creepy.
I'm going to look.
That's really creepy.
I'm going to look in the closet for the towels.
Oh,
This is why I don't let you come over my house. You're going through my closets and shit.
yeah.
What are you fessing to, Trevor?
Oh, I have a lot of weird shit. Don't open the doors.
Okay.
Yeah, skeletons. Undead.
I mean, me and Giddles go to air sex competitions for fun.
Yeah, one time.
By the way, what are you doing Saturday?
Is that this week?
Yep, the national championships this Saturday.
Oh, it's this Saturday.
Next Saturday. I forgot when we're recording.
Yeah.
Well, you two have fun with that.
Oh, come on, Eric.
You should come, Eric. You were
Come on,
invited.
Eric.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to be a part of that scene.
You want to be part of that scene, the air humping scene?
That's
You don't wanna
probably
be-
where you got the vagina soap.
No, it's not. I got it at a different thing. I got it at a convention. Okay, so I got it at this funny sex toy convention, and there was a guy there. No joke, he was dressed like Tom Cruise in Top Gun, and he just had like a motor, and he'd be like, "Who wants to sit on the world's strongest vibrator?" I'm like, that looks like you're sitting on the bomb at the end of
Doctor Strange. Good. Strangelove.
and
Yeah.
then like. And then like people would sit on it. He'd pull the thing out, and they'd be like, "Ah," and fall off it. It was
You're
really
waving
funny.
your cowboy hat, going yeehaw.
Yeah, and then they give you a soap as a consolation prize.
But you get that cool 3D photo that they take of you from all directions.
Yeah, like,
See, that I would go to. That sounds
You go to that?
promising.
vagina soaps.
Vagina soaps.
Moving on.
I don't know if I want to go to a sex toy party with Eric, though.
I think you should have stopped at,
Vagina
I don't
soap.
think I want to go to a sex party. That would have been suffice to say enough.
You think that, but you've never... See, that clearly means you've never been to a sex party.
Correct.
You're missing out.
Yeah, I feel like it's not like the internet. I feel like it's more of like, oh no, the bus station let out here and they're all fucking.
Yep. There's a lot of dudes here. When did the
Yeah.
chicks get here? About that, Trevor.
Yeah.
Come with me.
What?
You open the door and there's a guy with a bowl. It's like, keys, please. It's like, oh, it's this kind of party. What was that Jeff Goldblum movie? Kevin Kline.
Oh, The Fly.
No.
Holy
Jurassic
man.
Park.
No, where they did the key party.
Oh.
What movies do you watch?
This was a huge movie.
He watches ones that he's
Ice Storm.
Told to watch Ice Storm.
Ice Storm from 1987.
Oh, that's right. I do remember that one. That was a weird one.
It was a weird one. Who else was it? It was Kevin Kline. Sigourney Weaver was in it.
Yeah.
No one saw this movie, Eric.
Elijah. I guarantee you, a lot of people saw this movie.
A lot of people saw this movie. It was
Christina
kind of
Ricci.
it was a weird
Elijah
one.
Wood was in it. I'm trying to remember.
Give us a call if you know the name of the movie.
I thought
851.
No.
Smithers.
651 Smithers. This is why you're leaving the show. You don't know anything about what's going on. Who else was in this movie? Kevin Kline, Sigourney Weaver, Tobey Maguire, Christina Ricci, Elijah Wood.
So who wasn't in this movie at this point? Like I think it's just.
Well, they were all. Most of these
weren't.
people were all kids. Katie Holmes was in it. I thought Jeff Goldblum was in this movie. I guess he wasn't. Yeah, I guess not. All right. Corrected on that, but yeah, Ice Storm had the Key Party movie.
Interesting.
That's where I learned about it, and it's a shame they don't do that anymore, because Trevor would be there front and center. I brought wine. Keys, please.
I'm showing up with Bartles and James. That's what like what?
He keeps trying to give me his keys. This is not that kind of party.
Yeah, and he said
Trevor goes
to James, but he just has two guys with him. Yeah,
this is just a dinner party.
Yeah, Trevor goes to one key party, and he thinks every party is like, this is a sweet 16, sir.
Yeah.
He's jingling his keys. Who's going home with Trevs and Devs?
Gross.
Not hey, there are plenty of people. Anyway,
there are plenty of people.
There are plenty of people.
I could not have said that better myself.
Way to finish.
Like
that could be the show
13
title.
billion people. There are plenty of people. I think have that thought every single day, Trevor. There are plenty of people.
Moving on to more pressing issues. Gittles the Momo challenge.
Momo challenge.
This thing's been around for like forever, hasn't it?
Yeah,
it just kind of resurfaced again recently.
You think it was literally like a year ago that it was out, and I know how much you love that word literally, but it was actually a year ago. And it's the same thing. It just resurfaced again, and like the news broadcasts are talking about it like they didn't talk about it a year ago, and it's just so stupid. Okay, the Momo challenge is this stupid thing on it's like a video you watch, and the this thing comes on the screen that kind of looks like what's her name from The Shining crossed with Stretchy Face from Beetlejuice.
Thank you.
Winona Ryder.
Yeah, but like their character names, I can't remember their names. But like when she pulls her face,
right,
when they're in the ghost world, and she pulls her face forward. But it's like that thing, and it's a video, and apparently it's telling kids to hurt themselves or kill themselves. But it's literally nothing. There is no challenge. It's just a hoax. And the news media keeps falling for it, hook, line, and sinker. And every time it comes up, I see all my parent friends on Facebook share the story to watch out about the new dangerous thing. And it's like, it's not dangerous.
They're saying that it's, well, the one concern I did read that seems to be legitimate is that the people who keep repurposing this video keep shifting the tags and the coding on it so that it shows up on like you know how they have the kids version of YouTube?
Yeah.
Right? It gets under those protocols and keeps showing up in the kids' YouTube. And they say allegedly it says that they want kids to go and hurt themselves and kill themselves and do horrific stuff. But then I was seeing some news stories from some legitimate news sources over in Europe, and they said they've been investigating this and they can't find any stories or emergency phone calls or anything like that reporting that these incidences are happening because of this Momo challenge.
Because it's all fake. Because there's nothing to worry about.
Is this like a 4chan thing or?
It's not. I don't know if it's a 4chan thing. It's just I think it's the media not understanding something, seeing that they can make a quick buck by repurposing the story and putting it out there. It gets shares. It gets relikes. And then it starts the whole online economy because then you have all the different news stories that repurpose it. Then you get the people who go on YouTube and they make videos like, let me explain to you what the Momo challenge is. And then they get 1 million hits. Like it's almost like creating jobs in a way if you think about it.
I think that's a bit much, but I see.
No, but not though. It's not though because look at all these people who are making news articles now. They're making money off of stupid story. Like people who are making videos on YouTube explaining that it's a viral challenge. Those videos are monetized. That video gets 10 million views.
Okay.
Like they're making money off that shit. So yeah, you are making money off this. Like not intentionally, but it's like the freakonomics of things. Like, when something goes wrong, someone else is going to make a profit off it.
The doctor of freakonomics.
Yeah, but like it's just yes. But I don't know. I just think it's really stupid, and parents are really dumb. Like, if they really believe that this is a thing, then you're stupid. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, parents reposting stuff, and by parents, we're saying older than 55.
These are the same people.
Maybe no, it's not though. It's like I see people I fucking went to high school with sharing this story.
Really, they're falling for it too?
Yeah, dude. People are stupid.
Silly
really
people.
Fucking dumb.
Apparently. Because
Really
when that
dumb.
thing started circulating again,
Remember
I think
like all those challenges though, it's like the Jenkum one where people were like putting poo and pee in a bottle and letting it ferment and then like huffing the balloons from it. That was like,
I'd never heard that one.
Yeah, I never heard. No, I don't. Never heard
Look
of
it
that
up.
ever.
No, I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying I never heard it.
But it was a big thing. Like, and it was like a big thing. It was like, and all the police were putting out fucking news reports. They're like, you better watch out. Your kids are putting poo and pee in bottles and huffing the gases to get high. Like, it made national news. And it was all fake. Just like the Momo challenge, just like the Slender Man thing, even though those couple girls did try to murder someone. That's the only time in any of these viral things I've actually heard someone tried to kill somebody was the Slender Man thing. I haven't heard of any other ones.
Well, yeah, I mean, those two girls got convicted for it.
Yeah, well, they should, because Slender Man
they killed
put up with that shit, and he will kill them anyway.
Right. I don't know what's going on with Gil's mic, but you started to sound really hollow for some reason.
That's his soul.
That's my soul leaving my body as I'm getting angry.
That Momo thing started. I don't know if it was the end of last week or the beginning of this week when it started circulating again. And that creepy photo, you obviously, if you've seen it once, you'll remember it just because how creepy it is. But really, it was some kind of Japan anime sculpture. It was this artist who combines all weird kind of things together and gives it a really creepy gothic kind of look. And it's got
it's creepy, but at the same point, this could easily be in the background of Nightmare Before Christmas and no one would even blink an eye. You know what I mean? Like, because it totally blends in that world. Like, it looks like a Tim Burton piece. Like, it's really not that scary. It's just people are just, it doesn't look like a person, so it's scary.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like it's got a weird, creepy human head, and then when you see the full photo, not just the face, it's sort of like a weird kind of chicken body kind of thing with talons and wings with no feathers. It's just a weird, creepy Japan animation looking kind of thing.
It's like someone took Wednesday Addams and then just stretched the screen.
That's it. That's what I said. It's what's her
By the
name
way, it's
from-
Lydia. I was trying to think of it. Winona Ryder's character in Beetlejuice is Lydia.
Yeah, but it wasn't Lydia. It was what's her name? The other one with Alec Baldwin. Remember when like she
No, you're
pokes
right.
her eyes, makes her mouth all big?
Yeah, and her hands are you're right, yeah.
It's Gina Davis? Is it Gina
Yes,
Davis?
It is Gina Davis.
Gina Davis, okay.
Yeah, it's her mixed with what's her name from The Shining. Like that's all it is. Because it's got that face, the hair of The Shining, and it's got the stretchy face from Beetlejuice.
Good observation, Giddles.
People are just stupid. I don't know.
People fall for anything.
They will.
It's just as bad as national days, where it's like, today is National Margarita Day. Says who? Chili's? Jose Cuervo. Who's pushing the tequila for Margarita Day?
Every month there's a National Pizza Day.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
swear.
Every
Because
month, or at least a handful of days throughout the year, it's always National Pizza Day.
My birthday this year was National Pizza Day. Last year, it wasn't National Pizza Day. How can our National Pizza Day be on 2 different days? Why'd I have the bowl, Bart? Why'd I have the bowl?
It's not like the holidays where it's the second Monday of a month, not according to the date, but the actual day itself.
You sure?
Yeah.
You think he's making it up?
Yeah.
No, it could be every second Tuesday of every February is National Pizza Day.
I think it goes by date. I don't think it goes by the actual positioning of the day in the month.
I don't think it's like Thanksgiving. Calculate it. Go to the thing. Go to be like, how do I calculate national days? Or like, how do they figure this shit out? And then they're going to be like, He's onto us. No one has ever looked this up.
Well, there
before.
are 4 National Pizza Days. One's brought to you by Domino's. The other's by Little Caesar. Third one's by Pizza Hut, and the fourth one.
Of the other
Fourth one was Papa John's, but due to their legal issues lately, now it's
DiGiorno.
DiGiorno.
Wait, don't move. I have it right. I have
Tostino's Pizza Rolls. And there's also there's national. There's always a national
complete monthly list from foodimentary.com.
Eric,
but it's not just food, because then you have national I love my pet day,
No, today's National Souffle Day. Did you know that?
See, but that falls in food. I'm saying not everything is food. Yes, Trevor.
I have today's list as we are recording this on a late Thursday evening. Today's national days. Would you like to know? There's a good list.
Sure.
Ah, fuck. March 3rd is National Moscow Mule Day, and I just ate this bag of Moscow Mule gummy bears. I fucked up. I had to wait 2 more days.
You had one job, Giddles.
So eat the other gummy bears and just say that they were the Moscow Mule gummy bears.
I can't. I decapitated all of them with my cigar cutter.
You know what? When you start your channel, that should be a little feature. Things you decapitated with your cigar cutter.
That's what I should do. Be
Gummy
like,
worms, gummy bears.
Lets me put something in there that's not my finger.
Bananas.
Yeah. Oh, doesn't fit.
Zucchinis.
Yeah. Vagina soap.
Those little carrots that still have the sprouts that they serve with fancy foods.
Ooh.
It's just a shaved carrot.
What are the days,
the
Trevor?
national days?
Today is Fat Thursday.
We're not allowed to shame on this program.
Today is also National Public Sleeping Day.
That's why I was so tired.
National Chocolate Souffle Day.
That's why you fell asleep in your souffle.
National Floral Design Day.
Floral Design Day. That's every day if you're a florist.
That reminds me to I got to change the liners in my drawers.
You better do that, Eric.
National Tooth Fairy Day.
National what?
Tooth Fairy Day.
This is the only day you're going to get paid, kids. It's now or never. Yank them out.
Your dad just punched him in the face.
It's getting better.
Pick them up, kids. Like, Dad, can't.
Hold on. So these are all national themes for today, just this day?
Just this day.
So we're up to 6 now?
1, 2. You want the total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for today.
What else do we have?
Today's also National Toast Day.
Can't be toast and chocolate souffle day and regular souffle day. Pick one.
National Chili Day.
Like go to Chili's or eat chili.
Regular chili.
Go to bread.
Go to
Today's
bread.
National Digital Learning Day.
Go to bread.
Well, that's what we're doing right now, isn't it?
No, because today is National Science Day.
What about National Who Gives a Fuck?
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's tomorrow.
Cool.
It's on the calendar. It's on. Look under February 24th, 2019.
Can you give me? Is this just
day.
for today, or can you see a couple days ahead?
I can't.
If he can see a couple days ahead, and we're not playing the lottery, I'm gonna be very upset.
I can't go ahead. I can go yesterday.
Anyone can.
That's
do that.
so yesterday. So yesterday.
You're living in the past, Trevor.
Hold on. National. All right, hold on.
National What Was Yesterday Day.
You want? I'll go ahead.
I want for Saturday.
I just looked up Friday.
Well, that's your fault. I didn't ask you to look up Friday.
Now, but we're skipping over National Horse Protection Day.
I don't care about national. I kill all the horses. That's
why
what I do in Red Dead.
Holiday, Eric. That's why we need the national holiday because no one cares about Horse Day.
Nope.
All right, hold on. You want Saturday?
Yes.
Well, then fine. National Employee Appreciation Day.
On a Saturday, so you're not there to be appreciated because everyone is off.
See, that's how this is such a fucked up calendar.
That's how they get you.
National Dress Blue Day.
Okay, that's pretty much every day for me.
All right, this is also giving me reasons why. Oh no, so you're like, okay, so some of these things are observed on a specific date each year. And some of them are observed on a specific Friday of the month or Saturday of the month.
Okay. Once again, what are the days for Saturday?
National Doodle Day.
Hey, homie, I can see your doodle.
Doodle. National Old Stuff Day.
Does doodle also include spirograph?
No.
No,
that's not a doodle.
It's right next to National Banana Cream Pie
I think
Day.
like a spirograph is like a scientific doodle.
Oh, so you're saying the doodle can't be assisted? It has to be free form and done of your own?
Well, yeah, it's a doodle.
All right.
Anything else is a stencil, right?
I don't know. On Sunday, though, Eric, this one we
I don't
want
care
you to
about
celebrate.
Sunday. Saturday. Why do you keep... That's the whole list?
Yeah,
it was
Saturday-
National Treat Your
Saturday's-
Employees Like Shit Day.
So it's blue, and if you're an employee, you wear blue to work day. All right, good.
And I said banana cream pie.
For Saturday?
Yes.
Ooh. Look, I love a good banana cream pie or banana pudding. I may have to treat myself to that on Saturday. Because
for the national holiday, are you gonna walk around and go to the bakery and be like, I want whatever today's national holiday is? They're gonna be like, here's a chocolate souffle and a croissant.
Yes.
Oh, fuck, you got us all mixed up.
I'm going to do that, but also I'm going to say I want my free cookie because it's my birthday.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Can I please tell you Sunday?
But it's really my birthday.
Sunday's really going to be your day, Eric.
I don't give a shit about Sunday. It's not my birthday. Saturday's my birthday.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Saturday's your birthday?
Great
Wait,
friends.
it's Sunday?
Great friends.
You told me your birthday's in February.
I never told you that.
I listened on It's Eric Nagel last year. It was February.
No,
Yeah,
it wasn't.
That was a double leap day thing.
Never said that. Never once said my birthday was in
Look,
February.
he's drinking now. He's nervous drinking now. He's got ice in his beer again.
It's National Trevor Has a Drink Day.
Yeah, every day.
That's every day.
Day that ends in Y.
Yep, that's what his T-shirt says because he's that guy.
Ugh.
Oh, I did miss one for Saturday.
National. I'm gonna get Erik an Amazon gift card for his birthday day.
All right, hold on. How do I do that?
You go to Amazon. You click on gift cards.
Where do I gift cards? Okay.
And then you choose your design. You choose the amount. And for those listening, it's ericnagel@gmail.com. Feel free to send gift cards and well wishes for my birthday.
It's Eric.
And don't skimp out on it because I'll know.
Call the phone number hotline.
I don't want. Why? What good is that going to do me?
So people can say hi.
Yeah,
I don't want you to say hi.
Eric.
Yeah, everyone. This is your homework this week. Call the
Unless you're
helpline.
calling with a gift code for something, I don't want to
call
hear
the
it.
gift code.
All right, if you want to call with a gift code, 651-764-8437. That's 651-SMITHERS. Or you can email any kind of gift card to me. It's ericnagel@gmail.com.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that Trevor's taking care of this right now because he's been a busy boy, and this way he doesn't forget. Way to show initiative, Trevor, and to prep for the future.
Oh, I can pick a design. Oh, I can pick a design.
Plus, they have animated cards. There's like
That's
a
what I just
dancing
did.
dinosaur, I think, is one of them.
Oh no, I got another one. Don't worry, you're good.
Okay. Very cool. All right, so we're done with Momo challenge here.
Yeah, that was stupid.
It was
Oh,
very
crap, I
stupid.
forgot my login information.
I do want to bring this up because I saw this happen today, and it's quite sad. A past guest of this program suffered a stroke today.
Sideshow Luke Perry.
Sideshow Luke Perry, our pal, our buddy, Sideshow Luke Perry, apparently had a stroke and was rushed to the hospital. Still, the details are very vague right now. They don't have any further information other than he's in the hospital. I think they have him stabilized. They haven't really stated what in particular caused the stroke, where in the body, if you will. And this complicates things because he's currently on the show Riverdale on the CW, where he played Archie Andrews' father, Fred Andrews. But he was supposed to be part of the new 90210 revamping that Fox is doing with the original cast.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So revamping that?
Yeah, they're bringing it because they did a I guess a spin-off, but some of the characters were still on it. It was a younger generation about 7 years ago, and it lasted 5 seasons. It was also on the CW, just called 90210. It was a younger cast, and some of the original were parents and what have you. This version is bringing back Beverly Hills 90210, the teen drama from the 90s, where now the original cast focus on the original cast. Some have kids, some have other life-changing stories that they're going to focus on. And I don't know if everyone else had signed. I don't know if Luke Perry had signed to it. I believe at the time he hadn't signed on to it yet, but this is definitely going to complicate things, and we wish him a speedy recovery. He was such a nice dude. Every time that he would come on and we got to meet him, and you know, he was like in the 90s for a while. There was nobody bigger than him and Jason Priestley. Like they were
like the top.
All those teen magazines, all the because you didn't have the internet stuff, but all the teen magazines and those entertainment shows, they were constantly being featured between Jason Priestley and Luke Perry. Their characters Dylan and Brandon. That sounds right for Jason Priestley. So anyway, God bless Luke Perry and a speedy recovery, sir. He was such a nice dude. And if you haven't seen it, look at the Krusty Gets Canceled episode when they do the comeback, and you find out that Luke Perry is a half-brother to Krusty the Clown.
He is.
It is.
Oh, wow. I learned something.
When he got shot through the cannon screaming, "My face, my beautiful face."
Yeah.
As he was busting through stores and landing in the pillow factory, and then they imploded it. Such a great way to end that bit. Did you find out what you needed to do, Trevor?
No.
All right. You
can't remember my username. You need the gift card this second?
I don't need it this second. I'm just stating that it needs to be done.
We'll get you a gift card, Eric.
Please do.
Oh, he's walking off. Now we lost Trevor.
He's walking off in disgust. He's going. Probably know what it is. He's probably going to find his credit card so he can send that gift card to me.
Yeah, he needs to send me one.
Well, when he comes back, ask him to send you one too, since he's already got the card out. I mean, why not?
Yeah, I mean, all he has to do is hit update 2 in the cart, and
exactly.
Then
he's got. He's got a new deal. He's got a lot of money coming in.
Yeah, he's got that AM radio money coming in.
All those years we were taking care of him. It's time to give a little back.
Yeah, seriously. Grandpa Giddles needs a fucking gift card.
Trevor, while you're at it, just throw another card on there for Giddles too, if you could, please.
Yeah, I need one too. Just hit up when you go to update. Just hit 1 up, and it'll say 2.
Yeah,
I'm not getting paid for like a month. Jesus, all right, hold on.
Yeah, well, I'm not either at this rate.
Oh, you start your damn cooking channel.
It's coming.
It's happening.
All right.
Getting the last of my gear.
All right. Well, Trevor buys everybody gift cards here. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we got to talk some TV movie updates and some strange shit that's going on with Fortnite that we need to tell you about. And I think Giddles is now a PC gamer crossing over from the Xbox platform. So we need to talk about his experience with that, and we will do so right after this.
It's Eric Nagel with Erik and Giddles. More next. It's Eric Nagel. Follow the show on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, and Facebook at It's Eric Nagel. Let's do it up. Beat it. Now, it's Eric Nagel.
Welcome back to It's Eric Nagel. That is me, Giddles, and Trevor also joining us. It is segment 2 for the program here. 651 Smithers is the phone number. That's 651-764-8437 if you want to call and talk to us here on the program.
What are you smelling?
This.
He just has a box of things that he smells.
Yes.
Yeah, you're like a dog that got into the trash. What are you doing?
This is. I thought it was this. Oh, I guess it's
What
just.
is it candy? Can we eat it?
Well, I know the original product is called Dude Wipes, which are these little personal individual wipes that you carry with you as you're traveling and stuff. So when you go to the bathroom, you use the wipes instead of toilet paper, because toilet paper is gross, and these are actually really good. But they also have a bunch of other dude-related products that I wasn't aware of until they sent the box. And now I'm very excited that they did send this thing here.
What is that?
These are face wipes.
Oh, dude, your face smells.
Yeah. Like your face looks like your ass. You should use this thing right there.
Dude.
Wipe it. So yeah,
Right.
no, if you gotta clean your face in a hurry, you have the face wipes. What I was smelling is this bottle of body powder, long-lasting stank protection.
Ooh,
Terminology
stank
right on there.
protection.
It protects you from stank.
See, that's how you know it's really marketed towards dude, when they write stank on it.
Right.
Like,
And it says talc-free, absorbs moisture with natural deodorants and botanicals.
So are we just going to cut to the chase?
It's menthol chill with vitamin E, aloe, and menthol. They say menthol twice, so there's double the menthol in there.
That's ball powder.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
It says body powder. I guess you could use it on any body part you choose,
balls
but
are part of your
Yeah, no,
body.
I have this saying in life: the powder makes them dry.
Well,
and that's what that is.
maybe you're right, even though it says body powder, because you're probably using it there, as they also provide you with a box of body wipes. So pretty much what they're doing is they're giving you everything to not have to take an actual proper shower.
This is the ultimate college, or like you got drunk and passed out somewhere, and you have to go see the wife the next morning kit. You
My
can wipe
coworker
down your
needs
body.
these.
Yeah, you can wipe down your body so you don't smell.
Right.
You know, you got if say it's the middle of the summer, it keeps your balls dry while you're walking. You know, you got the powder, and if you took a massive, hungover beer shit, you got the dude wipes to make sure you're nice and fresh on your tush.
I will tell you that don't ever say tush again.
Tush.
But also, I will tell you that the dude wipes do come in very handy, because if you travel, you have them in your bag with you. So if you're in the airport, if you're on the plane, God forbid, and you actually had to go, wherever you got to go, because nobody likes going in public places. It's a disaster. But you have the dude wipes with you, and, they're just these little packets. You keep it in your bag, and you'll be so glad that you did.
What's the most regrettable place that you ever had to take a shit?
You have not listened to Opie and Anthony, have you?
I have not.
I've told a few stories. I did it behind a dumpster at a Bank of America parking lot late at night.
Well, they deserve it.
It's the bank in Giddles knows where this is. That bank on Main Street across from where Wallbaum's used to be.
Oh yeah.
Yep, right there on Montauk Highway.
That's a great spot. Like, there's no cops over there.
There's nothing there, and there's just a dumpster in the far part of the corner. It's like, look, and there's some trees.
Who's
no one's gonna see.
The senior citizen home across the street. Like, I see a young man pooping in the. They'd be like, you see lots of things, Grandma.
Or the steakhouse that keeps going out of business every 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was that. There was one time driving back from Long Island and having to go where the Long Island Expressway meets the Van Wyck. And it's where the ramp comes down from the Van Wyck to the LIE. So I had to pull over the side near the ramp so they couldn't see on the side, open both passenger doors and take care of business there, because it wasn't by choice. It was one of those situations where you were like, oh my God, I'm not going to make it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's just what happens, and you just have to stop.
And and then there was one of those situations where I didn't have the dude wipes available, so I had to use, the fast food napkins that I kept in the glove compartment for just such an occasion.
The Arby's.
Arby's, Wendy's, McDonald's, anything that gives you napkins, everything extra, you throw it in the glove compartment for just such an occasion, and lo and behold, this occasion arose. And I was thankful. Had I had dude wipes, it would have been a much more pleasurable experience. But because I didn't have it back then, the napkins did the job.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yep.
Sometimes you gotta do.
Sometimes it happens. When you gotta go, your body just tells you, nope, this is where you're doing it. And
they're like, you better find something.
I mean, I think
like, this is coming out, and like, I don't know what to tell you.
Your body has that memory. It knows when you have to go. Like, it'll hold off for a little while, but it's letting you know. It's like, you don't have much time. You got to race to get home.
And when it's gonna be a photo finish.
Yeah, and your body knows when you're home, because if you have a house or an apartment building, you get to that front door, it's starting to the wheels are starting to work, and the process is starting to go.
The keys,
you're like, come on. There's been plenty of times I've run into the house, just thrown my stuff on the floor, almost hitting the dog, knocking things over. You go hauling.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're hauling ass. You ignore your family that's sitting in the living room there, like, we came to visit. I gotta go, and you run upstairs and you come out half an hour later, and you can't even hide it. Like, what happened there? Oh, my show was on.
Yeah,
I had to go watch my stories.
I had to take a shower. Why? Because I pooped. When did you poop? As I ran through the door and saw you guys, because I was trying to get to the toilet.
Right. But lo and behold, that was probably some of the most unique places that I've went. I don't know if it's necessarily the worst, but
no, not the worst, but at least most unique.
The worst. I had it happen once where, and it was the only time, I guess, since I was an infant, because I don't remember any of that, but the only time in my life where my brain and memory was working that I came back from, I was working for a radio station called Party 105 out on Long Island, and they had their big Millennial Mega Jam, it was called, for the weekend. It was just this big concert of dance and house and freestyle artists performing. It's like Jingle Ball, but with artists that nobody cares about, right?
Yeah.
So they had it there's a big amphitheater out in is it Calverton? Is in Long Island, Giddles?
Yeah, Calverton.
Okay. So there's an amphitheater out in Calverton there, and that's where they had it. And that was about an hour from where Giddles and I used to live. So this is far, far east on Long Island. I'm racing back to get home, and it was super late, super early in the morning, actually, because I was up all night working and taking care of stuff. And by the time I got home, it was like 6 a.m, somewhere around there. And it only started kicking in as I was getting into my neighborhood. And it was the only time I didn't make it. Like I got to the bathroom and it was already the wheels were in motion, and I went, oh my God, and clothing had to be thrown out.
That's what happens.
You didn't even turtle head. It was already...
Oh no, it wasn't that. It was just you remember the logo for the old gotcha gun? That's what it looked like. It just looked like a paintball hit the wall.
Oh God.
Gross.
Yeah. So that was probably the worst experience. What about you, Trevor?
I can know I had worst experience. Worst, without a doubt, hands down. Penn Station, New York.
I mean, that's a terrible place to be.
Yeah, that's a horrible bathroom.
Yeah. I wanted to hover, but it was one of those moments where I was just like, all right, I have to go. So I'm either, I thought the train that I was about to get on with rush hour traffic would be cleaner than going in the Penn Station bathroom. And I just didn't have time. Like the clock was ticking and I didn't have a choice. And I ran into Penn Station to do it. There's no clean bathroom. There's always water on the floor.
And there's always homeless people living in the stalls.
And there's homeless people. So I found a non-inhabited stall, and I try to do one of those things where you hover, right? That's one of the good times when
you had your foot stretched out under the wall of the stall there, and some other guy tapped your foot, so it was like making a connection.
It was weird. And
then Trevor got arrested while he was going for gay solicitation.
You have your forearm on top.
They're dragging him out, and it's just still going. It's just a streak on the floor as they drag him out of the bathroom.
Oh, that's
a horrible story, Trevor. I'm so sorry, man. That you win. That's a horrible story. Yeah. Giddles, what about your horrible story? No, Trevor, continue.
I don't know if I want to. No, it's that awkward, hover moment where you got your forearm on the toilet paper, right? And you got your other forearm just against the wall. So you're trying to just use pressure to hover there. I'm commuting, so I got a backpack on, and I'm trying not to let my pants hit the ground, and it just wasn't happening because at the time I was much heavier, so gravity was fighting me already from the beginning just from walking, let alone trying to hover in midair.
You were like, must sit down.
I'm trying to hover poop in the Penn Station bathroom.
Used to. Yeah. Hover poop.
And it just didn't work out, and my ass touched the toilet seat. And I immediately just felt like I got crabs.
Did you get that disease where you're turning to stone like in Game of Thrones?
That's what I thought it was going to happen.
Grayscale?
Yeah.
So at that point, I let it was just like when the White Walkers make it through the wall, they just run through it. So I just let it happen. At that point, I'm screaming. I'm just like, exorcise the demon from my body. And it's because I want to run and still try to make my train. After doing a quick cleanup, because I didn't have dude wipes, I had to use just the one ply.
Right.
I see as I run down the track, I see the train pull away. I'm like, no. So then I have that uncomfortable, just waiting around for a new train, feeling disgusting because my ass touched the toilet seat in Penn Station, New York. I got home and I did one of those things like I just got to prison. I turned the shower on as hot as it could go, and I just put my hands against the wall and just let the hot water burn every square inch of my skin on my ass, just so it would disintegrate.
Trevor's laying in the shower like what's her name in that prison movie from The Exorcist?
Oh yeah,
Linda Blair.
I just had my hands on each wall and I was screaming. I'm just like, it burns, but I need to be sanitized. Make me clean.
I think you're overdoing it a little bit, but
it's Penn Station. I've taken 2 emergency craps in a porta potty at MetLife Stadium here as well, and I felt cleaner doing. And I had no toilet paper in there. I had to use the quilted quicker picker upper that I took out of my trunk That I felt cleaner than when I had to poop in Penn Station.
You had to clean up with Bounty?
Yeah, it was terrible. But that still made me
That would
feel
have
cleaner.
taken off those layers of skin that you were trying to dissolve in the shower.
Hence why I'm very proud that we now sponsor Dude Wipes, and I hope they appreciate this whole entire segment sponsored and dedicated to them.
Giddles, what about you?
Honestly, the worst place if I had to take a shit was I had to take an emergency shit on the Long Island Railroad. And like when you got to take a shit on those trains, like it's not good because one, sometimes you have to walk a car or two to get to the thing, and so then you're like, oh no, am I gonna get there? Is this bathroom gonna be open?
Right.
First of all, usually it's not. Sometimes you go in there and it just already looks like somebody, like it looks like the poop monster from Dogma just exploded in there. You're like, oh, this is fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
But then you're like, do I have to bring all my stuff with me? Do I gotta take my ticket? Like, is the guy gonna come around? Are they gonna think my bag is like a bomb because I left it on the seat for 20 minutes because I had to go take a shit on the Long Island Railroad? You know, so
I was afraid when you said that like you actually took it on the track.
No, I meant like on the train, like because they have the bathrooms like on the train, and they have like shit carts and stuff like that.
I always feel bad for the people that get stuck in this. Like if the train's crowded, there's those 3 seats that sit next to the big sliding door for the bathroom on the train.
It's the worst door you could possibly be in.
Yeah, those 3 seats right there, because you have to watch people go in, and then when that door opens, when they come out, there's nowhere for that room to ventilate to. So you're sitting there and you're getting the shrapnel from whoever leaves that bathroom. And those doors are like those old 1970s vans where you have to pull the door with 2 hands just to slide it closed.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's fucking gross.
Well, let's move on from that and take a look at the box office from last weekend, which we did not get a chance to do because we went on this tangent here. Coming in at number 1, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. I think that's the third one.
That is the third
one,
yes.
Right? Coming in at number 1. Number 2, Alita: Battle Angel, which I got to make plans to go see this weekend. I really want to see that. Number 3, The Lego Movie 2, the second part. Number 4, Fighting with My Family, which I'm also going to go see, which is the story of WWE superstar Paige and her family over in England. And it's directed by Stephen Merchant, by the way. And
we had him on the show. It was great.
Stephen Merchant's the best. He's a great dude. Voice of one of the characters in my favorite video games of all time, Portal 2.
Mm-hmm.
And
you like the Portal.
Number 5, Isn't It Romantic, which I think is the self-aware rom-com movie.
Yes.
If I remember correctly. Coming out this weekend, we have... Where is it? For March... Oh, the final edition of the Medea movies. Everybody, shed a tear.
A Medea funeral.
Tyler Perry's A Medea Family Funeral. Now, when the artwork, the poster came out...
Do you really think she's done...
He says this is the last one. He wants to retire. He'll probably retire the character for 2 years, and then somebody...
we're going to get another Clerks movie, right? Like, I don't think any character's ever done. I think what happens is it's going to be done until it's, like, not played out, and then he'll bring it back when he needs money.
I don't think it's when he needs money, because he is a very wealthy man. I think it's just going to be...
4 choices in the next few years.
Possible, but I also think it'll get to the point where the movie company will just throw a ton of money at him. It's like, you got to bring the character back because that's how movie companies operate. And they'll throw almost like a 8-figure deal at him. And he'll be like, yep, I'm coming back. Here's Medea's...
Back from the
goes
dead.
to camp.
Medea goes to camp. Medea remakes Pee-wee and Ernest movies.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
See, now I'm sold.
Big Top Medea, Medea's Big Adventure.
Yeah.
Medea goes to jail.
They already do that. They already made that one. Medea goes to jail.
They did?
Yeah.
Because that's an Ernest movie.
I think that's the formula that he is following.
Well, he's making billions of dollars. Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
But anyway, what I was going to say is the poster that came out for that movie has the slogan, she puts the fun in funeral.
Yeah.
And that got tore up all over the internet because that is a line from The Simpsons way back in the day where they were going to a funeral, and then the funeral parlor said whatever the funeral was, and it says, we put the fun in funeral. Now,
Lucky
granted,
Stiff's funeral home.
Yeah, granted, that's a corny joke that everybody has probably made, but because anything that The Simpsons did, people jump on it to say Simpsons did it. And Gittles even sent it to me from his shitpost feed, where it was the split screen of both of them, and it just says Simpsons did it.
Yeah.
God bless those people. I don't think there's really anything else coming out. I don't know what Greta is. Anybody know what that is?
Oh, it's a horror movie.
Is it?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I haven't heard about it.
Oh, our pal Chloe Grace Moretz is in it.
So what happens is it's an older lady and a younger girl, and they both have like losses in their life. It's called,
and they hook up.
No, they become like best friends, and then she was like one day they're like, it's kind of weird that you're best friends with an old lady. It's like, she's just nice. I like to hang out with her, and she like walks in the basement to get like wine, and then there's her daughter's dead body, and then she gets chained up by Greta.
Sounds pretty hot. I'll go watch it. And then that's it for this weekend. Next weekend is the big Captain Marvel premiere. I got my ticket. Anyone else going to see it?
I haven't watched many of the Marvel movies. I haven't caught up, so I'm probably not going to go see it.
I'm going.
It's not that I'm burnt out. It's just obviously that I'm pretty busy, and all these movies recently. Besides the Marvel ones, I mean, besides Avengers, like Thor came out pretty quickly. Like on DVD and
no, it didn't. I was waiting forever because I didn't go see Thor Ragnarok in the theater, and I was waiting forever for that movie to come out on DVD before I finally got a chance to watch it.
Oh, I just feel like everything comes because everything's so quick nowadays.
Usually it does, but certain movies, and depending on the company, like Disney's never usually that quick to release their stuff after it's in the theater. They wait a little bit.
With Scott's show, it's funny because it's the one time we ever had like a semi-comic book discussion on the show, and a lot of people are having this problem on the internet as well. When he said Captain Marvel, he was like, oh, I remember Captain Marvel. He's great. I'm like, no. That's called Shazam now.
Yeah.
He's called Shazam. And he couldn't understand. I'm like, no, Captain Marvel's a woman. He's like, no. Captain Marvel's a man. And I was like you're sounding like an internet troll. And it was kind of funny, but a lot of people.
That is funny, but he's an older dude, and back when he was reading comics, Captain Marvel was a dude at that point.
But that's the thing, like it's not just him. Like a lot of people I've seen on the internet having this problem, and especially with the fact that they're coming out so close.
Yeah, Zach Levi put out a video talking about people need to calm the F down with all this internet nonsense because people are giving a lot of people who are expecting or waiting for the Shazam movie and were fans of the Shazam character, formerly Captain Marvel, that they've been part of the other group that has been going on Rotten Tomatoes and leaving those I'm not going to see the movie options and horrible pre-movie reviews, which I don't know why Rotten Tomatoes even had that feature to begin with, but they finally disabled it because it was such a negative impact for Captain Marvel coming out. And a lot of these guys were saying, this isn't Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel was a guy. And it's like,
but
dude,
it wasn't, though. Wasn't it a black woman?
No, the original Captain Marvel was a dude, but they changed the name to Shazam when they lost the rights to Captain Marvel. Or they changed the name and then lost the rights. I forget which was which. But anyway, Shazam used to be Captain Marvel. And that's what these guys are going online just to find something to argue with. They're saying Captain Marvel's supposed to be a dude, and it's just nonsense. But the Marvel Captain Marvel comes out next weekend, which I'm actually excited to see because then this kicks off leading into Avengers Endgame. Because
does this Captain Marvel have anything to do with the Avengers Endgame?
Yes. Because
so I have to see it. Okay.
Captain Marvel is the origin story for Captain Marvel set in the late 80s, early 90s. And that's also, you get sort of an origin story with Nick Fury, too. Because that at the end of that movie is supposed to be that just shows you where she comes from and all about her. Then she's going to rejoin the Avengers movie because that was the end of Infinity War when Nick Fury hit the beeper and then he disintegrated. The beeper dropped on the ground, it was connecting, and then you saw the Captain Marvel symbol. So Captain Marvel comes into play for Endgame.
Interesting.
Yes.
I have to watch Infinity War.
The second Captain Marvel was Monica Rambeau. It was a black woman from New Orleans.
Right.
But all the ones after the first one were women. So, like, yeah, the first one was a dude, but every other one since was a woman.
Right.
So,
well,
so there was 8 versions of a woman one and 1 version.
Right, but Captain Marvel hasn't been introduced in any kind of movie form yet, right?
Yeah.
And it's been so long since Captain Marvel, the male version, which was DC at the time.
Was it?
It
was created by Stan Lee in 1967, according to Wikipedia I'm on right now.
But Stan did do some stuff for DC, too.
Oh.
Take a look and see further, because I don't think it was a Marvel property back then.
Oh, I don't know. I just figured because his name was Captain Marvel.
Yeah, it's a weird history with that name.
You would assume, yeah.
So, but this is the first real introduction of Captain Marvel to the movie universe and to the mainstream. You know, she's existed in comic books, and like Giddle said, just like Green Lantern, there's always different people that take over. Same thing with Captain America. There's different people who take over in time. This is the initial story of Captain Marvel and the debut of everything that goes along with her story, and then moves the Marvel franchise into the next 10 years, which is supposed to be celestial stuff. Like occasionally you'll get an Avengers movie, but it's not going to be focused so heavily on the Avengers characters going into the next 10 years. It's going to be all these other things. And now with the Disney Fox deal being done, you know, it'll just be a matter of time before you see the incorporation of Fantastic Four and X-Men and the rest of the Spider-Man universe, which I know is Sony, but they got the rights to other characters from the Spider-Man universe, so they can introduce for the next big bad after Thanos. They can bring in Galactus. They can bring him in, or Doctor Doom, somebody like that. You know, they need another big baddie over the course of the next 10 years to do what they do.
Yeah.
So, some other movie news for you here. Oh, my paper just moved. Here it is. Giddles likes horror movies. He also loves bad horror movies. He loves bad movies, loves bad independent. Giddles likes a lot of bad stuff because that's very entertaining to him.
Yeah.
Do you remember
good shit?
Do you remember the franchise Critters?
Of course.
Okay.
I do not.
Critters was, I don't know, was it an 80s thing or was it a 90s thing?
It was like 80s into 90s.
Right. It was the end of the 80s. Critters were these little gremlin-looking alien creatures. And they had 4 movies? There was
so many Critter movies.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of different stuff.
There was like 6 or 7 of them.
You used to see a lot of them on USA Up All Night, you know, or if you had the movie channel on a Saturday night really late, they would just be on. Well, there's been an announcement that they're bringing back Critters, called Critters: A New Binge, by this network Shudder. Do you know Shudder?
Yeah, Shudder's great.
Okay, so Shudder's got the rights to Critters, and it's going to be an 8-part series which debuts on March 21st.
Okay.
It's all set and ready to go. The description says, pursued by intergalactic bounty hunters, the Critters return to Earth on a secret mission and encounter lovelorn high schooler Christopher. I don't know any of the properties he's from. His crush Dana, who's this girl from iZombie. His best friend Charlie from Van Helsing. And his mom Veronica, I don't know what show she's from, whose past will come back to bite them, quote, literally. Get it? The series also features Gilbert Gottfried and Thomas Lennon.
All right.
If you're not familiar with Gilbert Gottfried, I don't know how that's possible. But you may know him as the bird from Aladdin. Yeah. But Thomas Lennon, if you're not familiar with him, he was from one of Giddles and I's favorite show, The State. But you may know him more from Reno 911 on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
He's a great writer and a comedic actor. He's also part of the Wet Hot American Summer series. He's featured in there. He's in a lot of different things. Oh, he was Felix when CBS rebooted The Odd Couple for 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
He was Felix, and Matthew Perry was Oscar Madison.
He was the gay guy in I Love You, Man.
Yes, he was. You're right. So Critters is coming back. I figured that would be something interesting for Giddles.
Happy birthday, by the way,
Thank
to
you.
Gilbert Gottfried today. Not to you.
Oh, boo. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Giddles. I mean, Gilbert. Ray Liotta is joining the cast of The Many Saints of Newark, the Sopranos sequel movie we've been touching on time to time. We don't know his role. We don't know when the movie's coming out, but the cast keeps getting better and better with the people they put in. And the photo that's been used for the press for this thing makes it look like, and I hope that he looks like he's going to be Paulie Walnut's dad. I don't know if that's his role. There's nothing confirming it. Just the photo they keep using for it. I'm looking. I'm like, he looks like he could be Paulie Walnut's dad.
Which is funny because Paulie Walnuts was in Goodfellas.
Yes. Wait. Where was he? Was he part of the gang that did the Lufthansa?
No, he was at the beginning of the movie when he's a kid and he's looking at people go into the pizza place for the card games. He's Paulie Walnuts is the guy who steps out of the car and pulls his jacket tight. He's got slick all black hair.
Oh, I forgot about that.
He's the first mobster you see in the movie.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back and watch Goodfellas again. Goodfellas is such a great movie. But anyway, Ray Liotta stepping back into a mafia kind of role is pretty exciting. The cast looks great for the Sopranos sequel. Everybody they've been putting in there, and with the addition of Michael Gandolfini playing his father's role as a young guy, he looks exactly like him. So I can't wait for this movie to come out. Some other dates that came out for movies: Aquaman 2, the DC adventure, is coming out 2022, so that's been greenlit and ready to go. Also, I'm not afraid to admit this, I'm a fan of this franchise, the Hotel Transylvania franchise. Any of you ever watch it?
No, I'm 30 years old.
That means nothing, Trevor. It's the animated series from Adam Sandler. Hotel Transylvania 4 comes out in 2021. Some TV stuff for you. Rick and Morty looks like it's coming out in November.
Very pumped.
Yay.
I'm just glad to have a date. The unknown.
We don't have a date yet, but it's suspect to being coming out in November of this year. It's still quite a while away, but season 4, that might be the time period for it. Giddles, I got to ask you your opinion on this. Are you completely done with Walking Dead?
Yeah, dude, I don't give a shit about Walking Dead.
Okay, good. So AMC officially confirmed that there is a Walking Dead spinoff in the works. They have not revealed who it sent.
Another one, yeah.
Well, this just came out now. The spinoff is officially in the works, but they're not saying who it's revolving
No, but what I mean
around.
is there's already a spinoff, so it's the second spinoff.
Yep.
So one of the spinoffs is going to be on one of the characters, I'm guessing, instead of.
Well, I don't know because the girl we had on the show, Lauren Cohen.
Yeah.
Well,
What's her
Fear the
character's
Walking
name?
Dead.
I can't remember her character name, but Lauren Cohen's on some show on ABC right now, and Andrew Lincoln, who left the TV show, is returning for, and this I didn't know. I knew he was coming back for a Walking Dead movie. 3 Walking Dead movies. That was in the Hollywood Reporter. He's doing signed for 3 Walking Dead movies.
It's too much because like the show has been going downhill for the last couple seasons, and people are like kind of burned out on it. Like I think they should have done a lot of this sooner. I don't know.
Agreed.
I think the fan motto of "If Daryl dies, we riot" kind of ruined the show because the writers have not wanted to kill off a character who's not even in the graphic. And I feel like I think the show listened too much to the fans and like toned the show down too much. And I just think it lost the edginess it used to have. It's not that good. Predictable.
It's not stopping. It's just going to keep going.
Now.
It's the show that. Are you singing show tunes? Is that what you're doing?
No, he was singing Queen.
Oh,
Tool.
I couldn't really hear it.
Stop me now. The song when they're beating the zombie and Shaun of the.
Thank you.
Trevor, can I call you Mr. Fahrenheit?
No, I want to be
Traveling
Lady.
at the speed of light.
I want to be Lady Godiva.
That's not even.
That's
Part
in
of the
song.
lyric. Part of the
Yes, it
lyric.
is.
Oh,
Part of the
thank
lyric.
Oh, don't screw with me and Queen.
Oh, it is. You're right. I'm thinking Lady Madonna by Paul McCartney. I'm getting them blended together. Final thing for television. Facebook announced that they're rebooting The Real World from MTV. It's going to be an exclusive Facebook television show. Who cares, right?
I never watched it at the beginning.
Well, you weren't old enough to really get the impact of it when it first came on television. Because nobody was.
I remember that guy Puck.
That was the 3rd season. Excuse me. You were old enough to remember that?
They had the crossovers like the Real World Road Rules.
Oh, that was that was years later. When the first one came out, it was based in New York, and Heather B. She works on Sway's morning show. She was in the studio right next to us over at Sirius XM. And I think we hung out with her at some of the Big Apple Barbecue Fest. She's great. She's a nice lady. Heather B was on the original installment of The Real World. It was set that took place in New York, and it was something that people had not seen before. You never saw a reality show before. And that kind of opened the floodgates after a couple of seasons of The Real World, that everybody else started to say, oh, we can do this as a TV show. It's a lot cheaper than producing a show, and we're just going to start doing that. So you had Real World 1 in New York, 2 was Los Angeles, 3 was San Francisco, and I think by 4 when they went to... I forgot where 4 was.
They went to Vegas.
London. I think it was London, and then 5 was Miami. By the time I hit number 5, I had stopped watching everything. But Gittles can attest to this. The impact of that show was huge at that time.
Yeah.
Like, that was carrying MTV because they weren't doing a whole lot with the music scene anymore. And because all the grunge stuff started kicking in, it just tied in perfectly with the grunge and the alternative world.
Yeah.
So that's coming back to Facebook. I don't know who's going to watch this. Are young kids going to give a shit about this?
I mean, Facebook's putting out more and more television shows, so someone must be watching it.
It's
or
got to
they
be.
just have a lot of money and they're just throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks.
But Facebook skews older now, right? Isn't it mostly older people?
I assume that Facebook is just for like old people to yell and post memes, because that's all I see on there.
So this
But I think
Go
Facebook
ahead.
secretly runs the country at the like it's tapped into everything. It's not going to go anywhere. As much as we all thought it would die like MySpace, it's not going.
So this
No, it's definitely not.
this is probably appealing to Gen X, the older people who are still on Facebook. Like, oh, let's put a show that they remember and put like next. If this does well, we're bringing back Singled Out and.
I don't. But here's the thing. I don't think they're marketing it towards anybody. I honestly think they're just like, hey, let's make stuff, see like who wants to watch it. Because I don't know. I don't think. Who do you know who wants to watch that? Anybody?
I don't know who watches Facebook shows.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like who? I mean, people don't even go their way to watch Hulu shows. Like someone's gonna watch a Facebook show?
Right.
No.
Well, they're doing it. They're throwing money at it, and it's a thing. It's gonna happen. Before we get out of here, I want to touch on some video game stuff. We found out today that Fortnite. I haven't played it in a long time. I don't know if Gittles is still playing Fortnite. Are you?
No, I haven't played Fortnite in weeks.
Trevor, are you still playing it?
I would like to. I just haven't.
You haven't had the time.
I haven't. Apex Legends came out. I played it one time. Big new game, obviously. Gittles and Phil have been trying to get me to play it for it. I just haven't had the time. But we definitely see a trend now going from Fortnite to Apex Legends because it's like what everyone wanted PUBG to be.
Right.
And it's really good. But now there's a new game out called Anthem, which
it's not getting good
very
reviews.
good.
It's not getting good reviews. It was not getting good reviews before it even came out. Like some people were excited for it, but the reviews from people in the know were just like, there's a lot of problems with this game. There's a lot of bugs to be sorted out. And even after,
I don't understand, how are these free games having less problems and people are enjoying them than these people that take years to develop the game?
Because the people who take years to develop the game, you have more of a world in those video games, the ones that they sell as a hard copy, than you do in these free servers. Because you look at it this way, like Fortnite, PUBG. All right, what are you doing? You're building an island, right? And people drop on into this controlled area, and it just does the same thing over and over. It has slight, cosmetic feature changes, weapon changes, things like that. But it's not a whole lot to keep that thing moving.
I get the open world, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I understand that. But, like, take another 2 years then and make it good. Like, don't be like...
I mean, but the thing is, like, Anthem, like, this is something I was touching on last week briefly, and that was that Apex Legends just dropped. They didn't have to do what Rotten Tomatoes is doing and go online and be like, I have to take down all these negative reviews because no one's played this game yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it didn't have that lead up time for everyone to nitpick and find every minuscule minor thing wrong with it and then bury it. And that's what happened with Anthem.
And it didn't have that big
teased-
promotional budget too, for commercials and billboards and things like that.
Yeah, but Anthem's been teased for like a year, and I was like super excited when I saw it. I was like, this looks really cool. And then as more gameplay was being released, people were like, well, it looks pretty, but like, what's the end game? It's like Destiny 2's problem, where like, okay, it's fun, like you have some stuff to do, but there's no end game. It's like, what do you do? Okay, I'll do a couple of raids, but now what? Just keep doing the same thing over and over again, and that's what Anthem is doing. But it doesn't even have, from what I've been reading, the level of end game that Destiny 2 had, which was nothing. So like, if it doesn't have that, That's really bad news. And
that's also a very dangerous trend, because I remember when Destiny 1 came out, like I know you were excited, very excited about it. You were playing it for a while. Coke Logic, our buddy, was playing it for a while.
That was still Destiny 2.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm saying the first one. When the first one came out, right? You didn't play
Destiny 2. I didn't play Destiny 1. I didn't have an Xbox One.
Oh, I thought
Destiny 2 just came out like a year and a half ago. I mean, there's all the DLCs that came out, so it's Destiny 2, and then the 5 DLCs that came after it. But
the grinding on it, people got fed up.
Well, that and the lack of direction. Because all right, so except for Giddles for Destiny 1, I've heard from other people about Destiny 1.
Destiny 1.
They were all excited about it. They were all excited about it, like this huge epic, monster of a game comes out, and then people were finishing the basic core of the game fairly not easy, but quickly. And then you had all the open world stuff to do, and everyone's like, all right, it looks nice, but I'm tired of this. There's nothing left for me. The game just kind of stops and lets you sit there. Destiny 2 comes out, like Giddle said, have all the DLC stuff that comes down, but then again, people were getting through that stuff fairly quickly, and they were like, and what? There's no real ending to this thing.
But also, like, here's another thing that no one's thinking about with all these games.
Right.
If a free game is buggy, who cares? It's free. Right. You didn't pay money for it. If like one of these other games that like you're paying money for has no end game, that's some bullshit. Like you shouldn't be like having hours and hours of fun on a free game and then pay $60 for a disappointing experience. Like that's bullshit. And then like keep adding out DLCs, and then like they like luckily with Destiny they didn't do the pay to win format, but. Like Apex Legends and Fortnite, you could buy stuff, but there's nothing that's really going to give you the tactical advantage. I mean, maybe
it's all cosmetic and just for people to splurge on.
Yeah, but the only difference is in Apex Legends, you can buy to unlock new characters as they're released. You can buy like Apex bucks to redeem them, but you also win those bucks pretty easily. So like I already made enough money to unlock the other two characters, and it didn't take that long. I'm only like level 20, so you can do it. But, that's the thing.
Well, back to Fortnite. The reason why I brought this up is that they did a new branding collaboration. You can only get it if you're in the creative mode, but they created Weezer Island. So now there is an island in the game that has the Weezer logo, and it has jukeboxes placed all over the place that are playing Weezer songs, and the whole thing looks like a concert setting while you're going through it. Now, Giddles brought up the interesting point of saying when I sent him the news about it, he looked at it and goes, couldn't they have gotten a younger band to appeal to kids? I mean, Weezer is a great band. I love Weezer, but it really skews very old right now, like our age or older.
The thing they were the most recent for was doing a cover of a 70s song. Like
80s song. Africa was 80s song.
Was it 80s?
It was an 80s song.
It was an 80s song.
Well, the video looks like it was shot in 1960. So.
Well, the thing with that is Weezer they dropped the Teal album, which just came out, which is all those covers,
and they sound except for Scrubs, the Scrubs song by TLC, everything else sounds exactly like what the song would sound like.
But tomorrow is March 1st when you guys are getting this episode. They're dropping the Black album as well. So they're dropping 2 albums in 1 month.
Is it all Metallica covers?
I wonder. It would be really cool.
Maybe. If it all sounds exactly like Metallica, what's the point?
But no, it's supposed to be their first brand new album in a while with all original stuff, and that's probably why it's a marketing thing.
Okay.
Whatever. Either way.
By the way, that Teal album I accidentally found out about because I just happened to be on YouTube at that time in the morning, and then I just went back to the homepage to do something, and I see brand new the Teal album. I go, what is that? So I accidentally found it right as they put it online. And then within half an hour, I was like, "Yeah, I'm done with this. All good." So there was that. If you're still playing Overwatch, there's a new character that just came out there. Are you still playing Overwatch, Giddles, or no?
I'm just like on an Overwatch hiatus right now. I mean, the new character's out on the PTR, which is the online.
Right. Called Baptiste.
Yeah, you can't play him on Xbox yet, so.
That's a good thing. Giddles, with his new computer now, is turning into a bit of a PC gamer, I believe.
He has.
A little bit.
Not a whole lot. I mean, Giddles used to be a PC gamer. Back when we lived together over in Brooklyn, there'd be plenty of nights where Giddles was in that center room there playing Counter-Strike.
Oh yeah,
on his PC for all hours.
Before it was called CS:GO, when it was legit just Counter-Strike.
Right. So he's returning to playing games on the PC, and I saw you post something the other day, which I wanted to ask you about real quick before we get out of here. Making the changeover from Xbox to PC.
Yeah.
You've noticed that it's a lot more toxic, the chat environment for PC than it is on the console.
Oh yeah, it's a different world. I feel like when you're on Xbox, I mean, maybe because I wasn't playing at like the higher levels that some of the Overwatch people were when they were complaining about toxicity.
Right.
But I just wasn't experiencing like the overwhelming just experience of it, because people, if you go online all the time, people talk about toxicity in gaming and toxicity, and like I just wasn't seeing it on Xbox, so I didn't think it was that big of a problem. And then I played Apex Legends on PC, and I booted up my first game, and I'm like ready to play. And I haven't played a PC game in literally like 10 years, and that's not a joke. I just haven't, because I haven't had a PC. And like the first match I start up, and some guy is just like, level 1, noob, loser, can't even play this game. Like, yeah, dude, I just started. Like, everyone starts somewhere, and so then we're dropping into the match, and he just crashed us into the ocean. Like, he was just like, yeah, well, he just crashed into the ocean, so he didn't have to play, and played another match. And I was like, okay. And then another dude was like screaming at me on mic, and this is before the match has even started. He's just yelling at me because I was a level 1 guy, because that's where everybody starts in a video game. And when I wasn't responding on microphone, he just started typing it on the screen, because on a PC, the other thing you don't have, the thing that you have that you don't have on Xbox, is the PC. So on Xbox, if someone's ignoring you or if someone's yelling at you, be like, fine, just mute their mic. On the PC, if they're annoying you, it's like, all right, I'll mute their mic. And then they just type it on the screen. You're like, oh, God damn it. You
don't ignore my hate.
Yeah, like, just, ugh. But, I mean, it's tons of fun. I'm playing with a lot of friends.
He reports Giddles, and then it says, reason for complaint, he won't allow me to hate on him.
Yeah, you dick.
And then Giddles gets a suspension for 3 days.
and here's the thing. It's like,
stopping the hate.
Yeah, and I'm not just being like sitting here being like a baby, like playing video games, like, oh, these people are mean to me.
No, it's just the way it is right now.
It's just something I noticed because I'd heard so much about it on Xbox that I really didn't see. And then coming into this world, it's like, oh, there it is. I knew it was around here somewhere.
Could it be because on the console, mostly you're usually in private chats when you're playing the game, as opposed to being in the open lobby chat? And then on the PC, you're not playing with somebody, so you're using the open lobby chat. So everybody's talking to everybody there, and that's where you're hearing all the toxicity from it.
Well, yeah, that, and also like playing Apex Legends and like any of these other games, there's just different features. So on Overwatch, every once in a while someone would yell at you, or like Fortnite, you'd be on a team and someone would yell at you if you didn't know what you're doing. But it wasn't like.
But that's out of game frustration. That's not just attacking you.
Out of game frustration. Apex Legends kind of like revolutionized that whole system for Xbox, where they invented this thing called the ping system. So you could press one button, and whatever you're doing on the map, you can tell someone exactly what you're doing. So you don't have to talk to anybody. It's fucking fantastic. You can play a game, and someone be like, let's go over here. Let's go over here. Like, oh, weapon over here. You need this. This is here. And then you can communicate by one click of a button. So you don't have to listen to some kid or like someone who's just like eating the microphone like this, like, oh, you guys are all noobs. Oh, you can't play video games. And you're like, dude, stop eating the mic, kid. Like, you're not really that cool. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just differences, but I like it a lot. I'm playing actually a lot more of like Blizzard games like Diablo 3 and StarCraft 2, and I'm playing a lot more of those type of games right now.
I remember playing the original Diablo in college.
Yeah,
in the
my
late
friend
90s.
is like my friend is, no joke, level like 1,000,000 or something like that. So yesterday he was like, you just sit in the lobby, I'm going to go kill some guys, and this is going to be funny. So if you're grouped up in Diablo 3, if he's getting experience points, I get experience points. So no joke, he enters a lair. Within 5 minutes, I was level 70. You max out at level 70. And he comes in, he's like, all right, I cleaned out that dungeon. Here you go, you're level 70. You unlocked every ability, and here's all the top armor. I was like, all right, sweet. So then
noob. He's only level 70, noob.
Yeah, and then after that, I was like, well, this is fun. And I just walked around just smashing everybody.
I can't pick anything up. It just keeps falling out of my bag because I have too much stuff.
Too much loot. I had $1 million in 4 seconds. I'm like, this is a scam. I was like, how does Blizzard let people do this? And it's like, yeah, they just let you do it.
Dude, anybody want experience points? I'm just gonna sit here. Come kill me. I'm bored.
Like, I should do that tonight. Like, if I'm gonna play in a little bit with some friends, and I should start a new character, sit in the lobby, and then just take video of all the level rankings going up. It's so fun because the thing
That
is,
would be good.
you level up so fast the game can't even catch up. So I'm watching on the bottom corner. It's like you have reached level 43, and then the screen flashes. By the time the graphics caught up, it's like, congratulations, you've reached level 7. It's like the game can't even keep up with how fast you're leveling. It's hilarious.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
But it's a lot of fun. It's just like the regular Diablo. I mean, it's just better graphics. You walk around, you just smash zombies and kill demons. It's super fun. So if you want to join, we play it.
So Diablo's by Blizzard, right?
Yeah, it's all by Blizzard. And the StarCraft games are by Blizzard, and they're all free on the Blizzard net right now.
Was Diablo originally made by Blizzard?
Yeah, it's always.
All right, so they were around in the 90s then.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I believe it was because they did Warcraft also.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. So a guy who was literally across the hall, and I hate the literally term, but he was literally across the hall from me, and he had this bundle. He's like, hey, do you want to play? Because 96, 97, when you got to college, you learned about, LAN connections, and that you could actually play games with other people in other dorm rooms on the college network, right?
Yeah.
So
that's how I played.
He had the bundle, and that's where I got a chance to play Diablo for the first time. But he also had Heretic was another game.
Yeah, Heretic was like the first person shooter, but it was like a wizard game, and you had wands, you'd shoot like runes at people. It was kind of weird.
Right, and then there was also Quake.
Yep, Quake, and that Quake was big.
So are all three of those three of those are Blizzard games, right?
I don't know. I think Quake is Bethesda now because Quake at E3 Bethesda or at I think it was E3 Bethesda had their whole thing, and they showed the new Quake Arena like champions or something like that.
Huh.
Because Bethesda picked up Doom also, so they have like all those games.
Well, back in the day,
they picked up Wolfenstein also, so they're the ones picking up all those like 90s first-person shooters.
All right, well, because I thought he had it in a bundle. Maybe he had different boxes that I installed everything in. But I remember he gave me all those games, and I was playing Quake. Heretic was fun, but I just didn't really get that far in it. And then Diablo was really creepy for the time. I mean, you look at it now if you watch any YouTube videos of it, and you just like, oh, well, it kind of looks kind of...
The new one's awesome.
But, yeah, it's all takes place in hell, right?
It takes place everywhere. It starts in the village, and you go to a desert, and heaven, then hell, trying to like beat demons. It's super fun.
Maybe I'll have to get it now that when I get the PC all set up.
Yeah, it's like $20 for the entire collection, and we could just run you through. Like,
is it through Steam or do you have the physical?
It's through Blizzard's. Blizzard has an app that's like Steam called Battle.net, so you just download that, and that has everything on it. It's got like all the games right there, and then you click either download or play, and they have both the StarCraft games are both free. Heroes of the Storm, which is like a Dota type game, that's free. My buddy bought me the Diablo 3 because he really wanted me to play with him. And then they have all the other games on there. Overwatch. Hold on, let me pull it up. Let me open it.
Well, I mean, that's fine. I'll take a look at it. But yeah, I might be interested in going back to the Diablo series and trying Diablo 3.
It's super fun. It's awesome. It's just how it was, but with better graphics.
All right. That's sold. That's enough for me.
See. Okay, so it's got World of Warcraft, Diablo 3, StarCraft 2, Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, Overwatch, StarCraft, Warcraft 3, and those are the games that Blizzard has on their Battle.net.
Well, I will have to check that out. But with that music, that means we need to wrap up and get out of here. So let's do the plugs and do so. Giddles, what do you have?
GiddleBase on the Twitter, Instagram, and Xbox Live, and also across some PC stuff now. Look for me if you're playing any Blizzard games. Look for GiddleBase. I'm probably on there. And if not, just hit me up on Twitter, and I'll find you. We'll play.
Trevor, the nation's eyes turn to you.
At BTG Trevor on Twitter, at Podcast Dummies across all social media platforms. We are going to try to keep that show going as well. We're talking about different times. Maybe a late Sunday night edition will come your way. So we'll see how it changes. Thank you to everyone who has reached out to me so far, asking what was going on, because I said I had an announcement. So I appreciate that. Just taking a little hiatus. Hopefully be back in a week or two once we can get everything figured out. And yeah, you can just hit me up, like I said, BTT Trevor on Twitter.
Well, we will miss you, sir, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do for your career, and everybody understands that. So when you do have time, you are always welcome back on this particular program. For me, it's E-Rock Radio across the board on the social medias. Give me a follow, but more importantly, the show. It's Erik Nagel across the board on social media. Also give those a follow. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel there. We're like at 830, I think. So if you can go out there, if you're listening to this, go and subscribe to the channel, or as I say, just set it and forget it. Just give us the subscription, and then you don't have to interact with us ever again if you don't want to. Tell your friends so they can tell 2 friends, etc., etc. Not only to listen to the show, but subscribe to us on YouTube. I just want to get it to 1,000 so we can do some other things with the channel there.
I'll give you a prize if you subscribe and prove it to us.
It's going to be my gift card.
But now our numbers are going down. 651-SMITHERS, that's 651-764-8437 is the phone number if you want to leave a message to be used on future programs. Also, it's ericnagel@gmail.com. I welcome and await your gift cards for my birthday and well wishes. Please do so. Okay?
You're going to get a lot of poop sent to you.
That's probably...
Lots of poop.
Poop and pee in a jar and then huff on a balloon, right? Right.
That's what you do, man. It's the Jenkum.
Until the next time, everybody.
Oh, I saw Vacation too, by the way. Be excellent to it.
What?
How do you drop that at the end?
Oh, you asshole. I've taught him well. Giddles?
Oh, Jesus. Wow, that's a tease. And who knows when we'll talk to him about it. And have a wonderful time. Look at that dick.
You know how long I waited to say that? I thought about that all day.
And we'll be seeing you.
It's Erik Nagel.
That's right, I stepped up. She's my friend and she needed help. If I had to, I'd pee on any one of you.
Alas, we're out of time.
Follow It's Erik Nagel on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. For ways to listen to the show, go to itseriknagel.com. And remember to tell 2 friends.